I'm on the front lines, and so are most of my colleagues. And well, we were spending more time sitting at home or sitting in our empty offices or sitting in our empty hospitals than we were scrambling to care for these people. My name's David Hesse. I'm a board certified pediatrist, and this is my second opinion. I just, saw a lot of images, whether on standard media or social media, of nurses and doctors with bruising on their faces from protective equipment and being worn down, and more commercial effort and propaganda to thank those people, which we should. And quite frankly, that gave me a sense of guilt because I'm on the front lines, and so are most of my colleagues. And not only was that not happening, but we were spending more time sitting at home or sitting in our empty offices or sitting in our empty hospitals than we were scrambling to care for these people. So kind of kept quiet for a while because we were assuming that was going on elsewhere. My city's only 65,000 people. I assumed maybe it was going on in larger metropolitan areas. But at some point, I heard more voices saying, well, wait a second, this isn't going on. And oh, by the way, let's not forget our COVID negative patients. I had a colleague that I was listening to earlier today saying that don't assume that everything that's elective, who's it elective to, the patient or the doctor? When it hurts, it hurts. And so we were ignoring those patients. And so when we started pounding our fists and saying, well, we've got tons of room to do total hip replacements and, ankle fusions and those types of things, why can't we get those done in appropriate hospitals? It seemed like the news just got worse nationally. I was advised to go ahead and apply for the PPE because at the time we really didn't have any idea of the length that this was going to go to. And I had just gone through a rehiring process and didn't want to lose my staff, and did it. And I'm happy I did. It bridged us, and we're going to be fine. But we are a smaller practice. We're kind of the low-hanging fruit. We work in an area where there are larger corporate medical establishments that we're constantly competing with. It was necessary. We were absolutely economically impacted. I think we're climbing out of that. We've been invited back to our remote site clinics, and elective surgeries are officially up and running in all of our hospitals. But I would not have wanted to go on for another 30 days.